I don't know whether this is because of the Saturday or it's still a bit early in the morning. So you can see that most of the shops are still closed. So I'm pretty sure that in the next couple of hours, some of these shops will definitely open, because given the amount of tourists that there are in Prague, I don't think it makes sense for these shops to be closed. I can't say much about Sunday though. And one other thing that you would notice with Prague is that it is quite hilly. Most of the places that you would see on Google Maps would show you that it is a straight path, but in fact once you get there you will find out that you have to climb on a bit of steep walk. So be ready for that, and don't be deceived by the Google map. And one other thing is with Apple Maps is it actually shows you that where there is a climb and whether there are any stairs involved to get to your destination. That is one thing that I'm doing now, especially in Europe, UK and US, that I use Apple Maps instead of Google Maps, so which makes things a bit more easier to comprehend the path that I'm about to take. And this is another one of their famous monuments on our way to the Prague Castle. You'll see a lot of those all over the city. So as you can see that it is getting steeper and steeper as we are getting close to the Prague Castle. So we have to keep walking straight and take those stairs. So we are almost at the top now, and that is how much we have already walked. So we have made it to the top, and the city view is quite amazing from here. Overall, I think it was a bit of a hike, but really worth it. I would definitely recommend to check it out. That is the view from the top. Yeah, pretty sick. So this is the famous Prague Palace. I'm not sure whether they do give entries over here. Right now I don't see anybody going inside. Everybody is checking it out from the outside. So this is another square that they've got opposite the Prague Palace. They've got a couple of benches in case you would like to take a bit of a rest or sit down. So it is going to be another 20-minute walk from the Prague Palace to the Petrine Tower, and let's see if we can get the tickets to visit the tower at the top. Otherwise I'll just have to do from the bottom. So yeah, let's check that out. So we're almost at the Petrine Tower now. It's almost 9 a.m. and still the crowds aren't as much as I was expecting it to be. So I think getting up early was a really nice trick, I would say. Something to keep in mind and to follow on your next trip. One of the amazing thing about Prague is that given that the structure is a bit old and historic, you would find a lot of these main attractions covered by nature. Regardless of where you go, you'll find a good park to sit or a good place to have a bit of a hike. And we have made it to the Petrine Tower. So the walk was only 20 minutes, but it was a bit steep. So I think that takes you a bit longer than that. Let us see what this is all about. I just can't make sure whether that is the entrance or is it up ahead. So let's check it out. So here we are at the Petrine Tower, and from what I can tell is that they don't have an elevator, and I think people are just walking, but let me check that out. But yeah, let's see if you can get up there and get a full view of the city of Prague. That is the view from the top. Pretty amazing, and it gives you the view of the entire city. I definitely recommend it. And the strange thing is you have to pay extra for the elevator, but that is fine. I mean, it was just an extra 150 kronos. Pretty worth it. And definitely not recommended if you are claustrophobic or you have height phobia, but I think definitely worth it. Alright everyone, so we are continuing our Prague journey, and this time we are looking for a kebab shop which was recommended by Honest Guides. So it is around 25 minutes away from the city center, so we're heading towards that. And right now the weather is pretty amazing, the sun is out, can be considered a bit hot, but other than that I think it is overall a pretty good day to be out and about, get those steps in. So the good thing is that I covered pretty much most of the tourist attractions in the morning when it was not too crowded. So I just left a couple of things for the afternoon and the evening. I rested for a couple of hours just so that I can extend my time out during the evening/night time. So yeah, so let's grab something to eat and check out what the vibes are like in Prague. And one thing that I have noticed over my travels, especially vlogging, is that shooting with a mobile phone or vlogging with a mobile phone is rather, I would say, convenient, and it does not make things too awkward. But shooting with a gimbal and a camera is something that sort of makes you stand out in the crowd, and it makes everybody conscious because people are used to having phones out and about because everybody has one and everybody's just using that to take pictures and make videos. But whereas as soon as you get a DSLR out and you have it on a gimbal, so it just sort of starts looking like a piece of equipment, and yeah, you just get more attention and everybody starts sort of looking at you. Yeah, that's just one thing that I'm making a more of a habit of getting used to that, so that I can film more using my camera. And it has gotten a lot busy right now. I would say this is the peak time from now until late at night. So let me show you what the vibes are like. So this is the main Prague town square. You've got shops on both sides, and then you have those alleyways that can take you either way. So we just have to continue on straight. Hopefully the place is not too crowded, given that it was recommended by Honest Guides. And here we have some show going on, or maybe some sort of a protest, not sure. Yeah, and just one other thing that I noticed the other night on my first day here in Prague is that this place is somewhat more prone to scams, I would say. And you would find a lot of people trying to sell you stuff that you don't want, or trying to get you into scams, get you into restaurants. So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of pickpockets of that. So I think that is quite common in any touristic city that you might be visiting in Europe these days. So yeah, just be mindful of that. The other thing is that pretty much all of the shops here are going to accept a card, so you can do your contactless payment. Like, I haven't faced any issues until now, except for one shop this morning where they said that their machine was not working, and but they do accept card, but it was just today their machine was not working, so I'm going to rule that one out. But other than that, yeah, every place you can see that they accept contactless payment or via card, so that is a good thing. So these are the views from the main Prague Square. Looks pretty sick since the sun is out, and let me see if I can get a closer look at that. And since we are on our way to get food, on that topic I would like to add, the good thing about Prague is that they have pretty much all the famous fast food chains you can think of. Starbucks, Costa, McDonald's, KFC. I haven't seen, like with the exception of Starbucks, I haven't seen a lot of other franchises, I would say. Like, you do find them, but they're not as extensively available as Starbucks. Like, I don't know, Starbucks for some reason, it's just for every, I would say, area that you would enter, you can easily find 2 or 3. And in some cases in the town center, I have seen that there are like 2 or 3 just right next to each other within a minute's walk. So I don't know what's going on with that. Other than that, for halal food, You can find your typical Arabic or Turkish food in the city center. Some of it is really good, some of it is just at par. I've tried a couple so far. Yeah, like I would say that those aren't the best, but like if there's nothing else available, so you can definitely give it a try. The prices are reasonable, are quite comparable to what you get in the UK. It's like 20 to 15 pounds per person for a meal and with a drink, so yeah, you should be good on that. Other than that, they have their local Czech cuisine, which I haven't tried because I can see that there is a bit of a language barrier, and also like there's no information on whether those are halal or not, so that is something that I've struggled with. But if I do find a place that is halal for a local Czech cuisine, I would definitely check it out. And then finally on coffee and coffee shops, yeah, they've got a lot of those, so, and they have a lot of these local pastries that are available that you can check out. I did try their goulash, which was pretty amazing, so yeah, definitely worth checking that out as well. And let's take a closer look from the old town square. So yeah, we did make it to the kebab shop. Unfortunately, most of the meat options that they had were not halal, so could not get that. Although they do have a few with share options. One of them is halloumi and one of them is falafel. So I got the falafel option. The size of it looks pretty nice, as you can see here. Let's give it a quick taste test. So far, I would say most of the restaurants that have been recommended at Honest Guide, I have not disappointed, have been really, really amazing. So I hope this is going to be the same. Although I think with the falafel sandwich, there is not much that you can do wrong. Let's give it a try. I would say that this is a solid 7 out of 10. I would say that even on the price point, it is really good. Like even the size of it, I think this is good for 2 people. The thing I've noticed so far is that as you start moving out of the city center, the quality and the price point of the food is really improving. Same thing happened yesterday when I went out for Frankie's Pizza. So that is, I would say, a good 45 minutes away from city center if you're walking, and if you take the tram or the metro, it would get you around 20 minutes to get there. But yeah, so the price was quite reasonable, and the pizza, the taste was just amazing. And the same goes for today. Falafel sandwich that I tried today, again, the price was quite reasonable and the size was really good, and even the quality of the food, the taste was just good. Whereas I tried a Lebanese restaurant last night, which was in the city center inside the Palladium Mall. So yeah, I would say that the price was higher than what I paid at both of these places, and comparatively the taste was not that good. So as you can see, here we are right in front of the famous dancing building here in Prague. Really hard to get a shot here right now, given the traffic and the people that are moving around. So yeah. So here we have made it to the famous Prague Pier, and as you can see that there are a lot of these boat restaurants. And you can also get a cruise from here. So this is, I would say, one of those places that you would want to visit when the sun is out and the weather is a bit hot, especially if it is raining or the weather is cold. I don't think this would be an ideal place, but yeah, you can see that a lot of these restaurants are already full, so do definitely check it out. Cool bars that they have here on the pier. Yeah, pretty sick, looks cool. Alright, so we have taken the Prague City Cruise. The cruise will last almost 1 hour, and you can find it from the same place where you get on the charge bit. So there were a couple of options available, but I went with the one that was the one that's going out earliest. So yeah, it's going to be an hour. It should be good views given that the weather is really good right now. So this would give me a different perspective of the city of Prague, and we'll show you both sides. You get to see the new Prague town on your way out, and then you get to see the old town once you are on your way back.
famous Charles Bridge. So we won't be passing down there, but you can see from there. Alright guys, so we have made it to Sukrar, another dessert shop that was recommended by Honest Guides. So the place is a bit bougie from the outside, but in terms of the pricing, again I would say that it is still a lot better than going to any of the local shops in town center. So far, like, I haven't tried it yet, but everything looks really good and fresh. They have their own bakery and you can see the products being made inside. So that is again a good experience. So let me show you what did I get. One reservation sort of that I had, that most of the products contain alcohol. So yeah, so in case if that is something that you need to be mindful of, you can ask the staff. They are really helpful. The service is really good. So, but then that left me with very few or limited options. So yeah, we got the ones that are a bit more appetizing than the others. So let me show you what did I get. So we got the caramel eclair puff and the coconut lemon mousse cake. So let me try both of them and let us see what that is like. And also I got the lemonade just in case if this is too sweet, so we can have something sour on the side. The eclair puff is definitely a 10 out of 10. It is a bit more on the sweeter side, as the staff told me, and it is really creamy. The cream inside is not so intense, and the white chocolate on top gives it a really good flavor. So yeah, I think this is a clear winner. I would definitely recommend that. So let me finish the eclair up and then I'll go to the lemon coconut mousse. For me, I think between the lemon coconut mousse and the clear puff, the clear puff is a clear winner because I do like things a bit more sweeter. But lemon puff isn't that bad, but it is not as sweet as I would like it to be, given that it has that lemony taste to it. So yeah, I think both of these are worth a try. But if I had to choose one of the others, so I would definitely go with the coconut eclair. Alright everyone, so that brings us to the end of our Prague adventure. Prague was a really good city for 3 days. I think even that is not enough. I think 5 days would have been a nice time to cover all the attractions. So I think I would definitely be visiting here sometime soon. So hope you guys enjoyed the adventure, and I will see you guys in the next one.